What's up, guys? I'm here with Norman. Norman is going to fish us out of this hole. We're doing the RX7 13B build. Norman, you want to give a quick little breakdown where you're at?
Sure. So we did a compression test on it last time I was here, and we found out that at least the rear rotor had no compression. My compression tester started having problems when we were trying to do the front rotor, so we're not 100% sure what's going on up there, but at least one rotor has basically no compression. So we're going to tear it all down, get it down to a bare keg, then we'll start taking that apart, figuring out what the actual internal issue is, and then once we get it all cleaned up and all new parts in, rebuild it, we'll put it all back together and simplify all of this mess going on right here.
This garbage. Yeah. Norman's got a really sweet FD himself. You've built probably 7 or 8 of these right now, I think you said, somewhere around there.
I've rebuilt mine twice. I rebuilt a Bridgeport 12A for my first gen RX7. I rebuilt another guy's engine twice, and I might have done one more at some point. So
all in all, Norman knows what he's talking about. So we're pretty much going to mimic, shadow, watch over, try to understand what goes on in here. I've done obviously piston stuff with the IS and the 2J stuff, but this is a little foreign to me. And just so you guys can see just how foreign, this is what you freaking need to get the flywheel off. What size is this?
I think it's 54 mil, but this one's actually a 2 1/8, but it's like close enough. Couldn't find a 54 mil.
That is hilarious. Anyway, I'm sure you guys have heard enough of us talking, so let's get into the down and dirty.
Vacuum. So basically this one is a reservoir of pressurized air. This one is a reservoir of no air for the solenoids to pull from, so you don't have to like wait for a turbine or a vacuum or a pressure source to exist.
Interesting. I always thought this was PCV. Yeah. So this will get deleted now that we're simplifying.
Yeah,
okay.
Get that out of the way.
Okay, that's really neat.
Instead of it spinning on you, because these don't.
So that's rotary specific, obviously.
Yeah. Well, this is actually even more specific. It's specific for an FD. You gotta get a different one for
because the bell housings are different.
12A.
Yeah.
Well, actually, the bell housings are the same, but the spacing is different.
Got it. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the bolt pattern at least is the same.
FD specific. That's cool. Now we can actually move it and I can tug it for its time. This is what she looks like now that it is torn apart. Norman, what do you say? Does it look semi-decent for an 11 year in the car?
I can tell it's probably been rebuilt once because it's not as crusty as they usually are when they're that old. Mine was like, the housings weren't still like cast looking, they were just corroded looking.
Right. I mean, the fact that this is all pretty silver is pretty cool. I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah. Obviously, we're gonna.
You tell somebody painted the front cover.
Yeah. There's, and you can see there's a bunch of overspray.
They probably painted the housing too. That's probably why the housings look as good as they do and they don't have any corrosion. They're painted. But these, unless someone puts some like cast blast on them, they just look raw, which is nice that they're not corroded.
Yeah, which is it's just cool because now when this does come apart, I mean each of these will fit in the parts washer, so we can get it pretty much as clean as possible.
That's good.
And then start powder coating all the stuff here that is staying. I'm probably gonna sit here and sift through
you'll
that
want to
here in a
powder coat
moment.
this. I wouldn't worry about that. Probably get this little plate powder coated because they tend to rust.
Ah, yeah, even now we're looking like it. So cool though. This tiny little. Just like Norman was saying, it's like literally like a hand. I mean, like look at this. Right, just for size comparison, like you need a lot more than that for the behemoth of an iron block that is freaking 550-pound motor, heavier than a freaking LS. Technique.
Yeah, you really just gotta cut them off instead of like trying to pry them off because otherwise you'll bend them.
Yeah, and so what Norman was saying before is since this is a stamped oil pan, anytime that you try to like if you were to use a flathead here, one, you can mess up a mating surface from the housings or the rotors. Or sorry, this is an iron, this is a housing, right? Okay, so either the iron or the housing you can fuck up that way, and on top of that, bend this. Which another good point that Norman was saying before is that these are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 different mating surfaces so 5 different points of failure you can hit if one of these is bent up a little bit, and this can be a real big pain in the ass to get right when putting back on later. So we did end up getting a new turblown baffled, and it's also got the thermodynamic heat fins and all that stuff. So that's on the way. So when we do put it back together, we'll have that. But just something for you guys to know is that.
Yeah, if you're going to reuse the pan, you really got to take it off like this. Otherwise, you're going to have issues with trying to seal it up later because you'll have bends and warps and stuff.
Right.
And this way, even if we're not going to reuse it, you may as well not damage it.
Right. That way, if somebody out there wants this, let me know. Hit me up. It's yours for a reasonable price to get me more parts. Okay. Oh, jeez.
Now, there's going to be some little tanks inside of there that might drain out, so if I flip it back over since you can. That's their like OEM form of baffling. There's oil tanks inside the oil pan.
Interesting.
So if you ever have like bearing failure and they get filled with bearing material, you'll never get them out of there.
It is the metal
Yeah.
gasket, like you were saying.
There's
a chain in there?
Yeah.
Dude.
Oil drive chain. You want to take that?
Yeah, what is that?
Front cover.
This sprocket
That's
wheel.
for your OMP drive.
Got it.
Yep.
Oh, that's what feeds the oil through.
That's what meters it.
Interesting. Okay. Oil metering drive.
And I'm just going to pull this
What
out.
an interesting.
Woodruff key.
Okay.
And then this, take this off for it. You can bend this washer down, take this nut off, and then just take this off first.
Sure.
I prefer to just take out these 10 mils and pull the oil pump off with
All together rather than yeah, I'm right there with you. Cool.
grab those seals and that little corner seal piece.
These seals?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're not saving these or anything, just
Okay.
pull them out.
I don't know if we were.
And then this little piece goes right here. This goes right here. And hold on to that that black O-ring for a minute.
Okay.
This is gonna go in here. Anything else? All right.
Is this the front or back housing? This is the back rotor housing.
Rear
And we
iron.
determined the rear being
Yeah.
down a compression?
Yeah, so this is the one that should have something going on with it.
You know, it doesn't look that fuckered.
It doesn't. I agree.
And that's a totally non-rotary person knowing what I'm looking at. But from a
housing, from what I can see so far, looks good. Maybe a little something going on right there.
Oh yeah,
right now.
I see that.
But so you got a corner seal insert that fell out. That's not a big deal. I mean, I'm sure it was in there when the motor was together.
As we pulled it apart, it pulled apart.
I'm not seeing a whole heck of a lot of like anything bad. Like it's nice and dry around here, which means your oil rings were not failing on this side at least.
Right.
Oh, I see the problem. Can you see that?
The fact that it slipped out?
No.
Yeah, no.
No. It's your apex seal. Apex seal.
Okay.
But you can see your actual apex seal.
Oh!
It's a little buttered.
So it came apart, huh?
So take that black seal.
Do you want this black one?
So twist it around on itself.
Can I throw these other ones out?
Yeah.
Okay, other ones are thrown out. As I'm throwing them
Just
out.
twist it around itself so you have like a doubled up circle. Put it together. Yep. And then stretch that out. And I'm going to lift this up. And you're just going to stretch it around the rotor. So, like that. Like that. Yep. I think we got most.
Oh, it's to keep the seals together, semi.
For the most part. This one kind of slipped
If I did a better job at that, as I'm screwing it up more.
It's not the end of the world. So, just something I like to do. But yeah, one of your apex seals chipped.
Hey! That's not so bad. Wait, so it stayed together, so that means it didn't really send itself through the turbo.
Nope. Well,
On
a
this...
piece of it did.
Oh, okay.
Right here. We'll just pull this out. It should not look like that. It should look like this.
Aha. I see. So that piece kind of went out and took itself and unalived itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we don't really need to keep all this together, honestly, so we'll just take everything out and put it over there.
Dude.
I'm just trying to make sure we don't drop anything anywhere.
Sure.
We can't get it out of later.
Cool to see.
Yeah, your corner seals look fine. Your springs don't look compressed or anything. All your other apex seals look fine. And it was two faces that had low compression, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And that's the joining point between two
That'll be the
faces.
cause of that.
Yeah, because it's an apex seal.
So
and then the side seals are... Is the side seal these
Side
things?
seals look good,
Okay, understood.
Yeah. Side seals all look good from what I've seen so far. That looks to be the whole culprit of the issue with your compression. The old standard blown apex seal.
Yep. Interesting.
Luckily, your housing looks fine.
Yeah? That's
a
such...
little bit going on by the exhaust port. It might have scraped that around once, but it's not that bad. I'd probably do the technique that one guy does. What's his name? Red Potential. He takes a oscillating drum sander and with I think he uses some 350 or something grit. I'll look it up.
Okay.
He just kind of goes around with it slowly to kind of just lightly resurface them.
Sure.
Kind of get a little bit out of there because you can see right here. There's just two little scores.
Okay,
They're
yeah, I
not
see what
terrible,
you're saying.
They're not ideal.
Wow, man.
Yeah, you got a little bit of cracking going on by your.
I see that. Yeah.
Your trailing or leading plug hole.
Right.
Pretty common, especially on FDs. I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's not that bad, but we'll see. We'll take a better look at it when it's cleaned up.
Okay.
There we go.
I did a better job that
Pretty much
time.
everything should stay in place. Yeah, see, this side has the little inserts.
Plastic
I don't know where they
dowels,
were
yeah.
on the other one. Here, just get any little pieces of my hand here.
Yep.
Don't get that piece.
You got one more in your hand, just so you know.
I do.
Yeah, it's stuck.
Yeah, they'll do that. These apex seals look fine.
I still have new ones.
Yeah, I'm not saying reuse them. I'm just saying they're not chipped. So this one probably had good compression.
Cool. Dude.
Not seeing any crazy things going on with.
I drove all the way home like this, just so you know.
Yeah, you were probably driving mostly on one rotor.
Yeah.
See your side seal right there is a little weird towards the corner seal.
Yep.
But other than that, looks pretty good.
Would you do new side seals as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going this heavy in a rebuild, just replace all the seals.
Makes sense.
Just get the whole kit.
And I have Roans already. I have the RX parts seals here.
Cool.
I just don't have side seals.
This will just pop up.
That's simple.
And yeah, this looks fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That's what I love to hear. I love to hear fine.
A little. No, never mind. That might be.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, no. So there is a little chipping of the chrome right there.
Surprising it's on this
one.
one.
Not too bad. Honestly, I would probably just run this unless you feel like buying a new one.
I don't.
It's not, not exactly cheap. Yeah. It's a common issue with the iron or the housing. Sometimes they'll get a little chipping around the edges.
Sure.
That's a pretty minimal amount. I would just run with it for now.
Okay.
Save yourself the $800 to $1,000.
Yeah, I mean, if you think it's going to be all right to run as is,
Yeah.
I'm down.
I think it's like, I want to say like 3 or 4 mil. Yeah, see, this one has it going on too. A little.
Oh yeah, I see exactly. A little bit.
Than that one, but
yeah.
You can still run it like that because that's mostly not really touching anything.
Yep.
The worst thing about this one is the 2 scoring marks
Is the
right
score
here.
marks right there? Yep. Which I can see. Yeah, understood.
Which we can try to clean them up. It's not in the worst spot because it's kind of where your exhaust is going out anyway.
Sure.
The worst place is going to be anywhere around here.
Where you're making compression. Yeah.
Exactly.
Understood.
Because like.
So we are at the point where the rotary is taken apart. It's in front of you in a few pieces, as you can see. The motor is apart, and we're feeling good. Like,
Yeah.
like
it was a lot. It was maybe not like way better than I was expecting, but it was definitely a pleasant surprise. There's nothing crazy going on. It's pretty much just a chipped apex seal, a little bit of a like extra wear somewhere else, but this is a kind of high mileage motor for a rotary. So like it's pretty much just needs a rebuild, new seals, new gaskets and stuff, and maybe a little bit of touch up to a couple of the or to one of the housings. That's about it.
And honestly, that's the best news I could have gotten. I was trying to prepare myself for the worst, which I think anybody in this situation, you should, right?
With the rotary.
Yeah. Luckily, I think we've kind of, skirted by. And follow the process because we will be going through and taking some sandpaper to those 2 little gouges in the rear housing.
Yeah, we'll do this trick that another guy in here does, where you just take a oscillating belt sander or a drum sander with some like 320 or something like that, pretty high grit, and just kind of run it around a bit. It'll clean it up without completely damaging the chrome plating to where it's still totally usable. But you get out the lighter scratches. If it's a deep gouge, it's not really going to fix it. But these aren't too bad. They barely even kind of catch in your fingers. So.
And that, honestly, knowing that kind of stuff, having Norman by to do that and impart that knowledge on me is great. And obviously, not everybody has a Norman, so that's why I want to share all of this with the world, because that's stuff that I'd see it, I'd have no idea. I mean, I'd have no idea that it was reusable, and like the way it sits once we put it back together. I mean, at 350, what do you think? Like this setup has been in the car for 11 years, 55,000 miles. You think we can get that again?
Totally. Yeah. I mean, as long as you have the right tuner and you don't mistreat it,
right,
it'll be fine.
Yeah, and obviously, oiling up every time you put your gas in the car, making sure that you have enough oil in the car, you're using conventional oil, all of the things that we've kind of gone over the past year of having the car. But now knowing that, I feel way better going in, and I'm excited to show you guys kind of the next steps. So the next video on the RX7, Norman will be coming by, and first I'm going to actually clean everything in a couple parts washers, and then we'll start to put it together. Elliot from Turblone sent us a bunch of good stuff: the lower intake manifold, the oil pan, the oil filler neck, as well as now the 8374 single turbo kit, and I'm sure a bunch of goodies along the way. I think we're going to do a stud kit because Norman thinks it's a good idea, and what Norman thinks is a good idea is probably a good idea. Extra insurance in these situations are nothing but good stuff. But yeah, anyway, regardless, thank you guys for watching. Next week will probably be IS stuff. This stuff is going to be a little bit of a longer process.
It takes a while.
It's pretty much taken up the entire garage. But I'm going to go ahead and clean up. Everybody say thank you to Norman. I'm going to do it a million times. And thanks for watching. We'll see you next week. See you. We're just going to start throwing her down. No other way.
I just gave up after a while. I was like, yeah, we're just going to have a roll on the floor.
This is Oil Central now.